these girls, the fast money is a drug for anybody in life. And there's some girls that, like, for them, they don't feel that pretty, but right when you get on there, there's full of little dogs everywhere that just validate you. You're gorgeous, you're perfect, no matter what the girl looks like. So it inflates what they think they're worth. And at the end of everything, like you said, yes, they get offers, get married, get flown out, but all these girls don't want these guys.
No,
Why? Because they're little dogs that are paying $9 and are losing their salary of life just to give it to you and other girls. So the girl never wants these dudes wanting to marry her and everything, because the dudes that normally these girls want, well, don't want them because they're online selling themselves. So now I
absolutely.
see on TikTok, and I never thought I would see this in my life, girls that are like end of 30, beginning of 40, they're beautiful, beautiful girls, like fucking nine still. But they realize that most guys don't want them seriously because you sold yourself to the devil by just putting yourself online. Back then in the times, let's say your wife was beautiful. Well, you were the only one that knew it. and
Absolutely.
now $6.99, the model that probably you can invite her to a restaurant, fly her out, so 4 or 5 G's of how much it would cost you, you're probably not gonna fuck her. So what guys that now do, because it's so accessible, they're like $6, they could just see your pussy, and then boom, that's it. It's settled.
And a lot of people don't realize this, especially the young ladies and men who go on to OnlyFans, is that only the top 1% can make a
Yep.
living off of it. The average OnlyFans person or OnlyFans model only lasts 3 months, and the average OnlyFans model makes only 180 US dollars a month. It's not like it used to be. It is not the moneymaker it once was, because there's just so many people doing it now.
There's a show, Fresh and Fit podcast, and sometimes the fans are like, "Oh, can you stop inviting OnlyFans models?" That's not the goal. It's random girls every time. It's now it's so common that we have 10 girls. They have 10 girls on the show. There's always one or three that have this. They're in Miami, so yes, it's a high city, but it's so common now. And now, let's say a girl writes me in a dating site or whatever. The first thing I check is, does she have this in the bio somewhere? Because if she does, I'm not gonna judge you to meet you, but for sure I'll eliminate you for long term, for sure. Most guys are not gonna accept, especially if they worked hard in life. There's not a lot of guys that right there they're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna accept the past of this person. Yes, it doesn't change who she is, but it's destroying the dude that you sold yourself to other dudes. Because, for example, just Kim Kardashian and others like that, or big porn stars. Well, every time they're with a boyfriend that's not in the industry, well, there's just little dogs sending videos of her to the guy. It destroys these men. So most men will not accept that, and most girls don't realize that till they're at the end of the line, and they realize, damn, I'm 40 now. They don't want me anymore. It's always at the end of the line. So everybody's just gonna fall more alone because of porn. And
Well, and that's it. I mean, I can only think of myself when I was 18 or 23 or 27. I wasn't thinking what my life would look like at 40 or 45. You just, when you're young, I don't think you look forward to at those things. I don't think you think of the ramifications and what it's going to happen to you. But, go on to Instagram these days, go on to TikTok these days. How many females have a link tree or have a beacons or have one of these links that when you click on it, it tries to bring you to their OnlyFans page, because that's how they do their marketing out there. But much like people in the porn industry have a very limited shelf life and
mhm.
are discarded after that, once these guys see you naked a couple times, what's the big deal? You take off your clothes. I've seen it.
Mhm.
One of the reasons that there's so much pornography out there is because our brains get the biggest hit from seeing something new. So if you
Exactly.
continue to see the same person again and again, you don't get a biggest hit of dopamine. So most of these girls are dealing with guys who sign up for 1 month, might buy one video or one picture, and then they're done and they're discarded. That's why so many girls have to give the boyfriend experience to try to hold on to them, because
Or crossplay. I
yeah,
realize that that's a smart move. Most of the big girls are doing crossplay because out of nowhere you could be that dark hair girl, then you're this cartoon character, and this creates you can keep that guy a bit longer. But
yeah,
exactly, that is so true. There, I always ask a girl, "What do you think is the best pussy for a dude?" And they never answer the right answer. The right answer is new pussy if given the choice, because
yeah.
a lot of girls are gonna be like, "Oh, that guy cheated, but that girl's ugly. I don't get it. Like, what the fuck? He's so stupid." Yeah, he's not going because she's prettier. No. He's going because he wants something different. That is all, people. So that is so true what you said, that you're always gonna want a different change. That's why the crossplay girls are doing so well on Pornhub right now. It's incredible.
Yeah, and I think anime and hentai has
Yeah,
driven that as well.
and
And
cartoon 3D.
absolutely. And it was, when I was younger, it was mostly kids who were getting into that, but those kids are now 20 years older, and it's now, they're full grown adults who are into it. When I was a kid, there was nobody who was 30
No,
years old playing video games. Now every 30-year-old guy has 2 or 3 game consoles. It's just that the things that you like when you're young, you continue to take it with you. And that's absolutely the case. And OnlyFans has done, as far as a business model goes, it did one thing for pornography that pornography never managed to do before. It opened up the genre of porn of people I know.
mm,
The amount, almost all of us, whether we realize it or not, know one or more than one person who is on OnlyFans.
yeah,
And, back when I was in high school, and we're talking, mid 90s now, um, if there was a photograph of like the sexy cheerleader and the good looking quarterback out at the beach, and she's in her bikini and he's in his little short shorts showing his six pack, that picture would have got passed around to everybody who wanted to see it. But now you move forward 25 years or so, and you look at something like Instagram, and there's 15 and 16-year-old girls and guys who are doing these pictures that are almost half naked. the
incredible.
the overall attitude towards sexuality, towards nudity, has really gotten very, very liberal over time. So back in the day, if I was, when I was 18 or 19, I think most women would have said absolutely not to OnlyFans. But since we've lowered the bar on what's okay and what's acceptable, a girl on the last day of being 17 years old and the first day of being 18 years old, what's the difference in their body? None. But on that day she turns 18, she can suddenly start making money off of it. And if she's been somebody who has been flaunting her body or has no problem with showing her body, well, that's a way to go. And odds are she knows plenty of people who are already doing it.
Yeah. Or full of guys that want her, they're not good enough, and she's like,
Well, and
might as
that's it.
well
All
make
those
these guys pay for it.
Absolutely. Every guy I went to high school with will now spend
Exactly.
$20 to look at my boobs. And
Exactly.
if that's 100 people, then my God, she's made, $20,000 in a day.
And what's sad about this is because porn is mostly men. Yes, there's women there, but what these girls do is they take advantage of the lonely and sad, and OnlyFans just makes it worse because you think you're really talking to the girl. Most of the time, it's a dude behind there, but most guys try to convince themselves, no, it's this girl that cares about my dog. No, she don't care. She just wants that when she's gonna put that video later of $27, you're gonna click and pay for that shit, and so they take fortune off the loneliness and sadness of men. And for me, that's the part that's so sad.
Well, and that's it. If you see an OnlyFans model or a campsite model who is from Eastern Europe or Colombia, you can almost guarantee that they are being trafficked, that they're being forced to do this. And that, you know, there's one guy who's forcing a bunch of women to pose for these photos, and he's the one who's doing all the writing. And he's trained and he's smart and he knows how to divorce you from your money. and even if it's not, even if you find an American girl or you find a Canadian girl or you find a Western European girl, they don't care about you. They are like strippers. They only care about little pieces of paper that have numbers on it that they can spend. That's why they take that job. They don't become a stripper or an OnlyFans model to find their next husband or to find a husband. They do it because they want money, yet they can, you know, lead guys on and tell them, you know, oh, I want to give you your very own special video, but this time it's $50. And a lot of these guys, because they want to feel special, they want to feel like they're in a unique relationship with this girl because, hey, it's better than the nothing they have in real life. They will fork over that money. And before long, they recognize they can't stop doing it. They have the addiction.
And I realized that not only that they're going to pay for those little videos, little photos, now what girls realized a couple of years ago is that dick ratings. Guys are ready to pay $5 to $25, $50 for a video or a description of his own penis. It's like, guys, you guys are going too low. It's like you should keep that for the only person you're gonna see in real life. For I tell myself there that girl there on the other side, that she looks at her or not, you still showed a piece of you there that she could use later. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Because let's say you're the CEO of Facebook or whatever, and you're the dude. Well, she don't give a shit about this 200 that you gave her. She's like, damn, I could blackmail and destroy this guy forever.
Absolutely. One of the first things I tell my clients when they have a first time meeting with me is, you need to stop paying money for pornography. If you are paying money for pornography, you are doing it wrong. You clearly have an issue. And that's one of the symptoms of pornography is paying for it, because
it's free everywhere.
There are hundreds of years of pornography out there that you can see for free. If you are spending money on it, you need to ask yourself why, because you are justifying and you are rationalizing that behavior. And those are two very typical signs of being any kind of addict: when you justify and rationalize why you do what you're doing, and when you minimize the negative effect of it prior to doing it.